what thoughts come to your mind when you hear the words HIV and AIDS?
Oh, what I think about AIDS is that I think about poverty in Africa, and that's the main problem of the we have here in Africa. There is no scientific paper that prove HIV is the cause of AIDS, and also there is no proof. There is no scientific paper proof that HIV in Africa is a heterosexual disease.
So how did you get involved in this? I mean, have you always believed that HIV didn't cause AIDS?
Yes, I did believe before, but after reading some magazines, I mean newspapers, and read about what President Thabo Mbeki said about HIV and AIDS, about AZT, all the ARVs, and then that's where I realized that really HIV is not the cause of AIDS. What is the cause of AIDS is the ARVs that the people are using it, are taking it. Poverty is number one killer in Africa. Even the World Health Treaty Organization, it said, I don't know when, but in 2000 something, he said the number one killer in Africa is poverty. So if we can try, if the developed countries can try to tackle the poverty, and then everything will be okay. In Africa, we are living in the bad conditions. For instance, where there is no sanitation, where there is no clean water, where you get difficult, more especially the people who live in the rural areas where they're still getting water, dirty water, they drink dirty water. So it's difficult. And that is poverty, because most people here in Africa, they don't work. They live a day with $1 a day compared to American people. And then how do you expect them to have a good health if they go on for about 3 weeks, 3 days without food? Some of these people, they live maybe in one shack. 5 of them, they are living in one shack, small shack. So, I mean, out of all those conditions, how do you expect them? They must have a good health. How do you expect, I mean, how their health must be look like, or must be in a good shape? I have this question again. Why in America, the white people, they are not getting AIDS? Why in Africa, the black people, it's only the black people that are having an AIDS? So this is the question that I always ask myself. What is the difference? Even now, there are a lot of, there are a lot of these places, hot spice places, but in the rich areas, you don't get these hot spices places. So why? These hot spice hospitals are being made for the poor black people. What about the rich ones? A lot of people, they believe that HIV causes AIDS because the media, the radios, something like that, it feeds them the one side of the story. So they don't know about the other side of the story, that the HIV is not the cause of AIDS. And HIV has never been even isolated or have been seen. So they don't know about this. These people, they need to be taught the truth. These people out there, they need to be told the truth so that they can decide, each and every person can decide what he wants or what she feels about herself. There's a lot of damage that have been done to these people. Some of these people, they even commit suicide. Some of these people, they leave their wives and their kids just like that, because they hear that maybe your spouse is something is positive, and then you decide, no, why must I sit with this person? It's like this. So because this is death sentence, so that person is going, there's nothing he thinks or she thinks more than that she is going to die. So she doesn't have a future. She doesn't have a hope for the future. I mean, that's not right, because these people, they are put a death sentence. If somebody there outside is being told that he's positive, he won't listen to you. You can say whatever you like. You can say 1,000 times that you are not. There's no such thing like HIV. HIV has never been seen, never been isolated. But because of of the majority of people that they only know about the one side of the story. So it's difficult for them to understand you, to listen, to believe in you that really what you mean, what you are saying, it's true. Up until people, people do something, go out there and educate people and tell the other side of the story. Yeah, look, there's a side of the story that HIV is not the cause of AIDS. And secondly, HIV is not the problem in Africa as the newspapers and the media are being telling the people out there.
What do you mean?
Because there's no graveyards are not full of the dead bodies, and you don't even see people that full blow of AIDS of people. People that are being told that you are positive, but you can't see that person. If you look at that person, you can't see that person if he's positive or what. So if that person is positive, you must see the symptoms must be there. Because all other viruses, if you are infected, the signs are always there.
What is AIDS to you?
AIDS to me is old diseases that have been made a new disease. The reason why these people they call the old disease a new name because they want to make money. They are doing money out of the misery of the black people. So that is not right. All this age to me, all this age is all about the dehumanization and the humiliation of the black people. It has something to do with the racism. It's all about the racism. That's what I can say. In United States since 1984, the people that have HIV and AIDS are homosexuals, intravenous drugs, and that's what, it's only those people. And in Africa it's different, it's a heterosexuals. And also the risk behavior in America is different from Africa. In Europe, where you must, the scientific paper is there. It says that if you are using the anal sex, that's the leading cause of being positive. But in Africa, it's different. Why is different in Africa? Why in America, they say if you sex like a heterosexually, the chances of getting HIV are small. But heterosexuals in Africa is different because it's different, it's big. Why? But it's one disease. Why in America and Europe, people they get, in America for instance, to be positive, they must test you 6 times. In Africa, 1 test or 2 tests is enough to diagnose somebody positive. Why? So these are things that need to be looked at. These are things that need to be, to be banned, because these tests are meaningless. They are meaningless in Africa because, as you can see, that people that are living in the bad conditions, so they must, yes, they must, and then at the end of the day, they must test positive, because all these things, all that, the environment that they are living in, I think the West, they don't know what they are saying, because if HIV is a sexually transmitted disease in Africa, why in America or Europe is not a heterosexual disease? Because I believe it's a sexual disease. If it's not, why in America the venereal diseases are increasing? Why the unwanted pregnancy is increasing in America and Europe? So, but there's no HIV. So there's something wrong. If you can look and you can think and you look straight into this, sometimes you want to cry, sometimes you want to go out of your house, you will take a walk about 2 or 5 hours. You don't know where to go. Because why there's a difference? Why the one disease, one virus, it makes it different. It's different to another place, it's different to another place. Why even there are other people that are not at risk? Why other people, they are at risk? Why HIV and AIDS is an epidemic in poor black areas? It's not epidemic in the white people's place. Why? Yeah, I think this idea of AIDS is all a Western idea, because everything that is being said or is being done in Africa, it comes from the West. It's the Western people that come from the West, and then they come in here, they put the ideas to people and say, look, you must do this, you must do that. The African people, they don't know nothing about this. They don't know nothing. It's the West. You see, it's the Western people that come from the West and come here in Africa and say, look, you must do this, you must do that. I'll say it is the Western idea or American idea. You see, it kills me to see my black brothers and my sisters and my mom and dad out there. They are psychologically terrorized. It's not right because of you are poor and black people. And it makes me sick to see people that the marriage there outside is getting, they're getting divorced. All those people who are getting diagnosed positive are the people who sleep around. All of these people are people who sleep around. I don't believe all they are people sleeping around. Where is the data? Where it shows that the data, the African people, they are different from America, and the heterosexual of Africa is different from America. Where is the data that can prove this? The African people, they are more like a prostitute more than the American people or the heterosexual American people. Where is the data? I believe there's no data.
You have to admit that AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease in Africa, which it largely is, and encourage people to use preventative methods to prevent transmission from one person to another during sexual intercourse. And that means condoms.
I've got a question for these condoms. These condoms are really a solution to this problem that we have in Africa. Antiretroviral drugs are a problem, the solution to Africa. I believe these condoms and the ARVs are not a solution in Africa. So, you know, these condoms are, people, they are get infected, but they are said that we give you condoms, but the more each and every day we get the fingers that know people, they are infected more and more and more. The kids, what they do, they play with these condoms. Sometimes these condoms, they are already used. The kids, they will put in their mouth and blow it. So what do you think about the health of this youth? Is that right?
Where do you think the billions of dollars from the West should go, if not to AIDS?
It should go to to fight poverty. Give people the work to build the work for poor people. That's what I believe, and it should go to other diseases like malaria. I think the test why in Africa are useless is because in Africa there are a lot of diseases that can cause somebody to be positive. Firstly, pregnancy on its own can cause somebody positive, and malaria can cause somebody positive. I mean, there are a lot of studies that are supporting what I'm saying, that tests in Africa are useless. Because there are people who stay in Africa can go on with let's say 5 days without food. So if you don't eat, so what will happen to your health? Definitely you are going to be sick, and then after that you go to the doctors, they say to you, no, because of you sick, because of you positive. So that is not right. I mean, there are a lot of studies that are supporting what I'm doing. I mean, I'm saying, in Africa, I believe that these drugs are useless, considering that people, they are getting hungry, they don't eat, and then they put these drugs on the empty stomach. So how do you put the pill? The pill only on the empty stomach. What that pill is going to help you? That pill is not going to help you. You are just using it for nothing. What that pill is going to do is just to kill you. And nobody has been cured by ARVs. There's nobody. There's not even a single person his life has been saved by ARVs. ARVs are toxic, are poisonous to the body. That's what I believe. I've seen people using these drugs. I've seen them. They all will say, since I took ARVs, I started getting sick. But you cannot help them, because if you tell them, they don't believe you. They don't believe you because the age establishment have been already told them that this is the only way of prolonging your life. But it's not true. Those people, they make money out of the misery of the black people. That's what I believe. If West want to help Africa, I believe they must do something, start by putting more money to the poor, start to trying to build the houses for the poor and water, clean water, and food also. I think that will help them. And the West must stop giving this AIDS medicine to the poor. What they need is just to give the people the clean water and the food, that's all. And definitely you will see there will be no more AIDS. Because what is happening is that once people, they're using another thing, they stop using these drugs, they're using maybe another medicine, they feel, once people they stop using the ARVs, they feel much better. They use maybe all the other alternatives. So that's what I think. They must stop using black people as the guinea pigs. We are not guinea pigs. We are humans like them. If America want to help Africa, or to see AIDS disappear in Africa, what they must do, give the people food, give the people clean water. After that, you won't see the AIDS in Africa. The AIDS in Africa is about poverty. That is the poverty. That's the #1 killer disease in Africa. I'm prepared to die for this struggle. All AIDS is all about the humanization and dehumanization of the black people by our friends of Africa. And I'm prepared to die for this struggle. I won't change. I will keep on fighting up until we won.
Some people are very fortunate that they don't have these side effects.
So what